Uh, all right. Good morning, the ladies and the gentlemen, to Real Stocks. Going 1080p on my screen this morning to alleviate all of my garbage streaming problems. This giant fund manager knows something you don't. Do you care? Oh, that's an interesting headline. Let's get clickbaited on that one. Invest in the company's stock picks as an ETF without knowing what you own. That's pretty cool. I like it. Active non-transparent ETF. They're focused dynamic growth fund and American Century focused large cap value fund. Is that a thing? That's interesting. Largest active ETFs. PIMCO Enhanced Short Maturity. That's a pretty big ETF. Coronavirus crash reduces 18 companies to penny stocks. Okay. Let's do that one. Wow, JC Penney. That's funny. That's awesome. Oh, there you go. Stock price on 318. That was like a month ago. And oh, this was published on 318. Okay. That's weird. All right. Yeah, Justin, ding ding. Ding ding's right. So yesterday we had a pretty brutal drop in the markets. We were, up about two and change, and then we went back to flat even during the show, and then we went back up some. Yes, we went up, we went back down, up some, back down to flat. Well, there's flat, then up some, then back down again. Not good action. I don't like the wide action. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. Not a big fan, but we'll see what happens. We did close the day with the distribution day. That's our first distribution day, about 3 days after the follow-through day. Not a very good sign. We did mention it's kind of a loose follow-through day anyways, but a distribution day to kind of confirm that. And even on the Investors Business Daily site, I think it's a pretty big distribution day. Yeah, that's a decent sized distribution day. Yes, the day before was heavy volume, and we were kind of happy with Monday's action. And then Tuesday comes and just destroys Monday's action, and it was not necessarily that good of a day. Sup, Rob? Oh, I forgot to do my new intro to my real stock stream this morning. Welcome to Real Stocks, where 70% of the time we wear pants 100% of the time. That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 100% of the time. So yeah, we'll see what happens. That's was not a good day yesterday, though. Not the end of the world, but definitely not the greatest thing. Hey, morning, Anil. So 5 minute kind of 5 minute kind of declining channel here. We didn't even break that on the pop up. BA back from yesterday, full 5%. I'm not sure if that's back from yesterday. It was up a bunch before that. Let's look at the this one. Top 20 stocks. Yeah, cryptos did okay last night, pulling back a little this morning. Hopefully those can still sustain. Let's check out stocks here. Yeah, so Tesla, Square, Q's, UAL, Airlines flat. Not pretty flat this morning, nothing too jumpy. After yesterday's action, maybe that's a good thing. Yeah, Boeing's towards the top of the list there. I wouldn't call it back, though. And look at yesterday, was pretty brutal. This is nothing. Just nothing. So our VIX ETFs, not going lower, which is good. Not going higher either. In time, they'll go higher. I just don't know what that time is. And again, these stupid ETFs. Inverse volatility, whatever the fuck that means. Doesn't mean that much. Oxy, UAL. Oil. Let's look at some oil stuff. Looks like I was eyeing the natural gas chart for a second. So oil popped back down yesterday with the rest of the market. Actually, oil alone here is a fairly decent concern, let alone the coronavirus thing. But just oil by itself being down at $24 is pretty nuts. Drop in trade worse than 2008. Italian bond yields rise as Europe signals lack of cohesion. What does that mean? And we can't read it. All right, come on. Where's my trash can? There it is. Yes, slam dunk in the trash can. How do these guys read this, but I can't? I guess they just get the headlines. It's pretty garbage. $46 million buy? How's that even possible on a $146 million company? That doesn't seem right. MGM CEO buying $10 million. See, that seems feasible for a $7 billion company. But this Andrews Ronald Absurd, as I'm going to call him, why not? Buying basically 25% more, maybe more. I'm not sure. That's like 33% of the company. I think there is a misprint. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think he bought it. $2,372. Definitely a misprint. That is a problem. Morning, Ellie. Yeah, that's probably smart of the CEO down here to buy 10 million of their company when they were sitting at 30, down at 13. Yeah, look at that. They were up there for a long time. Okay. I'm not too mad at CEO buying MGM. So on Finviz, if you guys didn't know, whoops. Come on, go back here. If you guys hadn't looked at Finviz, I don't know if you guys use it or not. I use it. I don't say religiously, but it's kind of my go-to when I'm just looking for stocks. Sometimes I use their screener, but they got some cool stuff down the bottom under the fold section here. They got major news movers. Insider trading here is always interesting to look at. Not always useful, but always interesting to look at. You have futures down here in the corners, kind of hidden, but this is where I go always to check crude oil futures. Just a real quick glance. They have these cool pop-up charts. I really like Finviz. I haven't paid for their. They do have obviously they've got an elite, which lets you do a bunch of cool stuff. But I don't use it that often. Someone bought a bunch of Zoom. Who bought a bunch of Zoom? So many news articles. Wow, it's because it's the only stock rising in the market. Oh, down here. Yeah, so if you go, also on Finviz, if you go to an individual stock name, obviously you have all the fundamentals and some technicals here. Analyst stuff right here. News, StockTwits, I think it's the feed from StockTwits. And then all the way at the bottom, you get insider trading. It's pretty much usually filled with red because CEOs are smart and usually don't invest in their own stocks. They just collect checks. But sometimes they do. See, Chief Marketing Officer, how'd you get $30 million worth of shares to begin with? It pays to be a C-level executive of a public company, I'll just say that. All right, so market 1.44%. Didn't mean a lot. We were good yesterday until we weren't, and we just kind of fell apart. So see what happens. We did hit the top of our Bollinger Bands here, though. Our Bollinger Band's getting tighter. Can't say tight, but the past 4 days we're getting a little bit tighter. You can see we're actually really tight. If you remember here, we were super tight over here. Mentioned a move maybe incoming. Then it happened to be up, ignoring the COVID, and the COVID finally started to hit. And now we're arguably almost halfway back. So we'll see if we're able to hold up or not. Some of the individual names, doing pretty good. Interesting. Pay's back up there. How'd Pay's close a deal with yesterday? Pretty well, actually. Yeah, we did sell off, but it did hold pretty good. Yeah, Rob, not too bad. Definitely some distribution, but not like the rest of the market. Started right there. Yeah, Pay's looking good. It's going to be a volatile hold for some individual names. You can see what happened yesterday. I went to a customer's house of mine yesterday. I don't know how good of a trader he is, to be honest with you. I know he's got money. Actually, this guy's a funny story. He used to be CEO of a company. I think it was an MJ company. Let's see if I can find it. Oh. Yeah, here he is on Bloomberg and CNBC. This guy's a customer of mine. Oh, I didn't know he had a Twitter. Does he ever use it? Interesting. Illegal stock sales. He's like a complicit in a. I'm not familiar with that one actually. I've never asked him about it. That's kind of rude to ask your customer about shady shit from his past. But Medvedev scheme, I'm not that one I'm not familiar with. But yeah, apparently he was involved with some marijuana. You see in the back there. Before marijuana was cool, this guy was doing cannabis stuff. A convicted thief and a chiropractor claimed their pot. This is Phoenix New Times, the local newspaper. Wow, that's pretty. But anyway, my whole point was that this guy is. He's in the camp that we get another leg lower. Medbox, that was his company's name. Stop it! I paused it. Go away. How many things do you want me to click on, Phoenix New Times? Okay. Yeah, I'm with you, Justin. Anyway, that's what that guy said. I should ask him about it one day. Okay, Bruce. Just, happened to find you and, hasn't used Twitter since 2014. Wow. All right. Short everything. Guy said we're going to crash. Yeah, that's loosely what I'm thinking, Rob. I don't know, like I get everyone's like super scared and I just get it, but I don't know, a lot of these stocks are looking like we've bottomed and are kind of, like I said, working our way back up. It's going to take some time. We're going to have days like yesterday. Maybe we'll have a lot of days like yesterday. Who the hell knows? But one distribution day, 3 days after a follow-through day, not what you want to see. It was another article. Oh, no, it was an article. It was on Twitter. Actual real Twitter. Not Twitter from 2014. From a dude that said... Yeah, Gimlo is a very bearish rule. Seems to be super, super bearish lately. Even as the stock market was rising, that dude was super bearish. The hell is that? All right, where is it at? It was something from William O'Neill, so it's worth listening to. I can't do this off screen because of the way I got my screen set up. Next time I'll go 3 hours. It's gonna be garbage. One hour. How'd I get closer in time? It makes no sense. Yeah, I think it was Martyr on the market. Yeah, we're getting closer. At least I thought. Anyway, he talks about a series of follow-through days. I think between 3 and 5 weeks. I just want to make sure I get that timeline right. I think it was someone replying to this guy. It's a retweet, not a reply. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, it's something like looking for 3 follow-through days in like a 5-week period or something like that. So we'll keep that in mind going forward. I was trying to find the actual time frame, but we have one follow-through date or one distribution day now, which was yesterday. All right, Planet Fitness have a 9% day. Looks like it may want to try to get above its recent resistance level. Looks like a downward sloping trend line here. That one's not too bad. Yesterday, it stayed green, 8%. So I think some of these retailers, like Planet Fitness, this one's probably closed. I know the gym near my house is closed. So Planet Fitness, Kohl's is a little beaten down, but maybe trying to get out of its... Oh, it had a little undercut and rally here. Was not too bad. There we go. Kick that up off the bottom a little bit. Yeah, look at Kohl's. Kohl's with a significant volume. It wasn't having a great year to begin with. 2019, not a good year for Kohl's. But just looking at retailers potentially bottoming. I don't know if we have any extending lower yet. How many days after a follow-through day is it acceptable to have a distribution day? Well, it's not about when it's acceptable. It's just about, usually you don't want one within the first like 4 or 5 days, 3, 4, 5 days. We got one on day 3. So that's not a great sign that we got a follow-through day on day 3. But there's no hard and fast rule. One distribution day doesn't really make anything happen. It just starts the count. It's when you start to get distribution days in more rapid succession. It's like up here, you had 3 distribution days in rapid succession. That's when you start to have problems. The market's always going to take some profit. See, there's a distribution day right there. There's a distribution day. There's a distribution day. So this was already getting already had 3 distribution days, at least according to this chart. I'm not sure on the IBD chart, but it's when you start to get it, like if we just have one distribution day and we just keep going, and then like 3 weeks we get another distribution day, that's not a bad thing. All right, Kohl's. Obviously, Walmart was doing really good. Walmart's sitting up there near highs. And I don't know what... TGT is Target, I think. Yeah, there we go. Target beating up a little more. Walmart with a large grocery division. Actually, Target trying to play catch-up, I believe, in that regard. So they got a little bit more value from about 30%. Some easy math right there. Dick's. No, why don't you let me search? Oh, they went private. Never mind. Well, Ellie, that's, no different than a normal Wednesday for you. All right, let's see if I can make it in the basket. Swish. Now that it's behind me. All right, I'll allow it, Justin. I'll allow it. Yeah, normal Wednesday in San Francisco. All right, market pulling in a little bit here, about 1.1. Not really going very far, which isn't surprising after yesterday's larger sell-off. We actually, whoops, I need another Q. Can I get another Q? There you go. During the power, I didn't really notice this during the live show because we do this really at the open, where volume's kind of hard to ascertain. But during the power hour, you actually kind of could see the difference in volume and how it was going to be a heavy volume day. Right here and then right here in the morning, it was about double volume early on, so that was not a very good sign. It ended up just maintaining that sustained volume kind of throughout. Today, right now, like I said, still hard to do, but you can see our volume clip compared to yesterday is, which we started right there. We're definitely down off of this opening candle, but we didn't, looking at that, we didn't extend. So this is the open. We didn't even extend past the pop at the end. So definitely with lower volumes today on any type of a follow-through attempt to the open. So looks like we're going to get sideways action, which actually is a little bit more elevated. We were hoping for sideways action here. We actually popped up. If we get sideways action higher, that'd be better. So the good thing is, though, yesterday was a distribution day and basically a full round trip day. Opened high, closed low. That's usually not a good thing, especially on the Qs. See right there, we opened at the top, closed at the bottom. That's not a good candle and on high volume. So that's a dangerous candle. Yeah, it is, Rob. That was a big sell at the end of the day. Good news is we were only a little bit lower. I'm not sure what it was like on the. There we go. Down 0.33%. So that did count as a distribution day because, like I said, the criteria is 0.2%. So, yeah, I guess it did qualify as a distribution day. But luckily, 0.2% isn't too bad. We just hopefully have to kind of stay above. If we can stay higher, I think that'd be great. That would pull everything up along in terms of moving averages and stuff like that. But scaring on the way up is not too unexpected in this environment. Planet Boot SQ 6% today. Yeah, that's my thoughts, Rob, right now, is that we're okay. Now, look, this could drop at the end of the day today, and tomorrow it could be another, 3 or 4 or 5% down day. Our volatility hasn't really gone away. That reversal yesterday was not still wasn't a very good sign. I wish we did not have that kind of a day. Like I said, I was hoping to hold up at about the 2%, just kind of hang out up there, but that did not happen. Not by a long shot. We gave it all up. Square, high or low, seeing if we can retake that and get higher. Let's walk down some of the global watch list here. INSG, CLR, Tilray, ugh, way down there. Fang is an oil, Diamondback Energy, that is an oil play. 35, and it was before the drop, it was back about 80 or 90. See, Boeing not near the top of its little range here. Some are kind of at the top. You could argue those are a little bit healthier, but 140% off the low. God, that's crazy. The percentages on that name are nuts. SkyWest, ADS, 5 Networks, Qualys. Qualys doing pretty good there. If I can catch it. There it is. Qualys pretty much back, even on the weekly charts. Right back there towards highs. I don't remember what Qualys does, but I'm sure they do something. I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, that Qualys does something. That's right. That is right. That's what you came here to see. LVS. Woo. Actually pretty beaten down still. From the big pop up, we haven't really bounced back that much at all. A little surprised by that. There's our Qualys again, which does something. MTZ already trying to come back. My resident tiger clawing on my tree outside. I've never seen that before. Oh, is Ruby going to go up the treehouse? Okay, so Ruby is climbing. Oh. My cat is climbing up. Are you going to get in the treehouse, Ruby? Oh, he's trying. Ruby's trying to get in the treehouse. I need to make another step. What? Dude, my cat is a climber. Oh, he's getting in. He's getting in. He's doing it. He's on the step. He's on the last step. He can do it. He's within reach. Oh, he's up there. Oh, that's funny. My cat's in the treehouse. Go Ruby. Be king of that bitch. That's funny. Yes, but my cat does not have COVID. It could have COVID. Maybe it's infecting our family. I should just kill it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to kill my cat. Oh, that's hilarious. My cat's in the treehouse. I wonder what he's thinking. It's funny. James the other day came in and said, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. Said, Ruby's up. Ruby's in the tree. He's going higher. I go, oh, that's how Ruby's getting on the roof. Because Ruby ends up underneath our solar panels. That cat is... So we've got 2 cats. Copper. I don't know what kind of breed they are. Maybe Ellie knows or something. But Copper, which is a male cat. One of the friendliest cats you'll meet. Very loving. So loving it likes to stick its butt in your face. And then Ruby is very soft, but very kind of cold. Oh, now he's climbing up on... Oh, there's a bird. Oh, he's going after the bird on the limb. Oh, I flew away. Wish I was recording this. That'd be kind of fun. Default cats. What kind of cat do you have? The default kind. Yeah, just a default. Anyway. Yeah, so they're polar opposites. They're not brothers or anything. And Ruby is a boy, which makes it weird because every time I say Ruby, I say she. So Ruby's a she in my mind. But Ruby's a boy. Maybe that's where you're killing all the birds at. Ruby, you're up in the tree. Little murdering heathen. Cats are all murderers. They're killing machines. I hope you know that. They're plotting your death. I just don't think they live long enough to carry out their plots. Or they realize you're the only one that can open the bag of food. I'm not sure which. Anyway, Ruby in the treehouse, everyone. It's funny because we have stairs. You guys have probably seen my videos with this treehouse. There's stairs in the front. Ruby was crawling sideways, perpendicular to the stairs with his claws. He's like, fuck your stairs, I've got claws. I'm like, okay, Ruby, fine. Do what you want. Maztec here with the pop-up never really came back down, just started kind of going higher. I still have no idea what this company does. Let's go find out. All right, so I think I should change the name of the stream to Real Stocks Learn About My Cats. Or watch my cat climb trees or something like that. There you go. Composite rating 51, relative strength rating horrible. Monday, there's a huge feral cat problem in Australia, killing all the wildlife. Have hunts like we do for wild boars. Dude, cats are... What the hell? I've never seen a woman jogging wearing a skirt. And her running posture looked like she had polio. That was an odd flash past my window. Just saying. Provides building, installation, maintenance, and upgrade of communication, energy, and other infrastructure. Okay, so it looks like they're a subcontractor for... I hope that's a new trend, not the polio. Well, she's a COVID victim. That's what happens when you get COVID. You start running... And the funny thing, it didn't look like one of those light skirts. It almost looked like she was wearing an apron that she turned into a skirt. It looked like that thicker material. But yeah, I don't understand how she was running. Guys, fun stuff out my window. I'm going to turn my webcam on. Here, I'm going to, just so everyone kind of gets the gist of it. I'm just going to go ahead and turn my webcam on so you guys can... Because it's very cool outside of my window right now. Yeah, there you go. I'll just leave it default. Here, we'll just cover Eli right here. So yeah, definitely need some webcam footage. So let's do this. Let's zoom in just a little bit. See if I could lower it a little bit. Oh no, it fell. That's better. Want to see my professional wire management skills? Right there. I'll put that on video for all to see. So that's my view in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there's Ruby. There's Ruby. You saw Ruby. Ah. All right, so let's see what else happens outside my window this morning. What is up with your white balance? You're out of control. It's not... Okay, that didn't work out too well. Ah! What the hell's going on there? That's horrible. It needs that bar to compensate or something. That's unwatchable. That's not good. It's gonna get jittery because it's attached to my my desk here. You know, Monkeytron, that's what you come here for, okay? Let's just keep it real. You come here for the professionalism and all that, whatever other stuff is. Seriously, that's horrible. Here, let's change my resolution. Whoa. Whoa. Ah. All right, so if anything else happens outside that window, you guys will be able to see. It's been a busy day today. It's been a busy day. I will say this. I've never in my life claimed to be professional. If you've watched my streams for more than about, 4 seconds or so, realize that I don't claim to be professional. Anyway, you get days like this. I don't think you need to be There's not much to do. It's really not much to do. Watching the same damn market with coronavirus for the past 2 months. Planet Fitness. Square. That's why we have some fun every once in a while. Usually when Monkeytron's not here, he's lucky. He's lucky he's catching it live. Planet Boot. Amarin. Man, why did they drop? Oh, that's right. They lost some cancer or heart drug or something. They lost the lawsuit patent. Lawsuit or something. Zoom 5%. Twitter, Twilio. I think Twilio would be doing better. Whoever it is. Slower. Space. That's a great question, Rob. Usually it starts with Alcoa. For some reason it goes in alphabetical order. Financial Times. Demand for mobile phones, automotive, and consumer electronics is falling. Not at my freaking house. I bought more damn consumer electronics in the past 2 weeks than I care to admit. So, yeah, they don't mention too much about earnings. But I believe it starts with Alcoa. That's, for some reason, it goes alphabetically, and I don't know. I don't know why that is. Probably because they have to do something. Here you go, 2020 earnings report. Looks like it just came out a couple of weeks ago. Should be valid. February. January. What? That's January. This is on March. What are you talking about January for? Thanks for the pop-up, douchebag. Okay. They mention a release date, but they never give you a release date. Okay. That's about the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Stock crash isn't over. Brutal earnings in May. Must brace for terrible earnings season on coronavirus throttles the economy. Oh, that's a good term. Throttles the economy. I like that. So this guy's case is that during these red dots, two of the 6 have gone down. That's funny. Earnings contraction is generally followed by a stock market plunge. Yeah, but the plunge is leading the earnings retraction now. So maybe it's different. Maybe it's not. We'll see. Yeah, they're probably just waiting for earnings season to see what the actual companies say about stuff. That's possible. Yeah, maybe they're priming it for a sell-off with earnings season. That's could be possible. Yeah, but I believe it is Alcoa that starts off the earnings season. And they're pretty beaten down. Looks like April 22nd for Alcoa. American Express recently has kind of been in the news. Let's see when they report. 24th. What else? Apple. They report 30th. So looks like earnings season launches on the 22nd. I'm going with Alcoa because that's how I don't know why. I distinctly remember waiting for earnings on something and watching CNBC. This is a long, long, long time ago. And they're going, all right, Alcoa's first. They go alphabetical, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, really? They go alphabetical? I'm like, I guess that's a way to do it. Oh, Ruby's back. Did you see Ruby? Oh, I'm telling you, man, stuff happened outside my window today. ISRG. It was a tiger. Yeah, let's hope it doesn't have the virus. Hexo. Woo. Rob, where's your update on Hexo down 28%? That's right up your alley, bud. Those are my selling points on Hexo. Ah, that's funny. I got some really good selling points on Hexo. Wow. That one worked out pretty well. Vips. Baidu leading the downs today. IQ. AMC. YY. Used to be a leader. CRISPR. We're not editing genes anymore, ladies and gentlemen. BITA. EDU. Shen. What the hell is Shen? They actually just poked at highs yesterday before failing. Carvana. Disney. Man. Back under 100 after all that work it did last year. That's kind of a shame. Autohome Riot. Tesla. Only down 1.57%, so not too bad on Tesla. All right. Yeah, still kind of a nothing day. Another nothing day. Let's look for more tigers outside my window. What's NON? Or does that mean non-essential? All right, let's go back to our... Nope, not that one. That one. Let's go check out our coronavirus watch list here, which is basically turned into our coronavirus watch list, which is nice today. I can share both with you. Square up pretty good. Zoom looks like coming back after a beatdown yesterday. Yeah, look at that. Zoom bounced off of our purple line. I think that's the 50-day. So it could be an interesting opportunity to buy Zoom. It's already a little bit extended, actually. Your 50-day buy. Actually, that's a pretty textbook 50-day buy. I didn't think about that on Zoom. It's not a rule I usually have entries on. I probably should think about that more during the next bull, is entering on the 50-day line. So that's not bad for Zoom. I'm not too mad at it. Look at yesterday, a high volume with no downward price progress. It basically closed flat with the previous day. I would argue that is not a bad thing. Alibaba, Marriott, Adobe. Still chopping this area. Definitely took it on the chin yesterday. But we didn't drop. We just sold off from a high. So I think selling off from a high is not as damaging as actually dropping the price. And I think that's a little bit what we're seeing here. Planet Fitness not looking too bad. Wynn Resorts, kind of a big day yesterday in terms of volume. It's the biggest volume on Wynn. Oh, didn't the CEO, is that the one? No, it's MGM. MGM, that dude bought $11 million of stock. That's pretty good. I don't even know if it was really a breakout, Rob. It was just a higher day. There was no traditional base behind it. I see what you're saying, though, and that probably would be a valid point, but we actually broke out here. If you want to consider a breakout, you could take the close here, or you could take the high from that day here, and that would be your breakout. So technically, we're still above, breaking out from this. I mean, we broke out from this lower range already. This is actually an island bottom, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys have ever wondered if you'd ever seen an island bottom, there you go. That would mean gaps on both sides, flat on the bottom. So I know the volume isn't substantial. It's actually 3 of the lower volume days here. But that is an island bottom, interestingly enough. Microsoft, flat, Amazon. I'm not too upset. Look at Amazon yesterday. Didn't sell off. Didn't have higher volume. That just seems like a normal day. That's good. Microsoft did sell off, but not in higher volume, especially compared to the day before. So that's good. That's actually good. And then Apple, similar situation, although almost equal with the prior day. I'm not too mad yet. We'll see if we maybe I'll be mad later today. Maybe I'll be mad tomorrow. But not mad today. Yeah. Las Vegas Sands win. Cool. What are mortgage rates like right now? They haven't changed that much. What's the 15-year mortgage rate these days? Still 3.5. That's horrible. That is horrible. Hasn't changed at all. I think it actually went up because everyone and their mother is, oh, what's that? Oh, you're buying the rate. Yeah, you're buying your rate down right there. Morning, Aram. Johnson Bank was 0 points. Okay, that one could be interesting. Whatever Johnson Bank is. That sounds a little interesting there. Goes on with our earlier conversation today. How is that even possible? And I'm assuming we're not supposed to know what these are. Wow, look at that. Recent market volatility and the coronavirus pandemic have caused many lenders to reach their capacity. As a result, many of them have removed their advertised rates to stem flow of applications. That's crazy. Really, Ellie? That's interesting. Huh. Hold on, I gotta stretch. Oh, man, even standing for 50 minutes, my back hurts. I don't know about that, Rob. That's interesting. Yeah, wow, that's a lot. What's the news at? That's got to be some news there. Are they public offering of shares? Ew, that's not good. Yeah, no, I did see that. When they do these offerings, they're always. I'm not an expert on it, so I just need to read a little bit more so I actually know what's going on. But yeah, they're doing a public offering of stock. That doesn't show that management has confidence they can have enough money to survive. That's yeah, I don't know what to make of that. That's a tough one, to be honest with you. You see here on this big gap down day, it's really funny. You have this big gap down day, and it opens low, and it doesn't close very much lower, and your volume's huge. So that almost looks like a support day. If you look at this on the smaller term time frame, look at that. Looks like there's support at about 49 cents. with tons and tons of volume. So it looks like someone's buying it on these high volume days, but then it goes much lower later on. I'm not sure what to make of that. I don't know who's buying here or what's actually happening, but yeah, it's weird. I don't know. What I make of it is stay away. That's pretty much what I make of it. Canada, almost all fixed rate mortgages are 5 years. Maybe you can find a 10, but extremely uncommon. Really, Anil? 5-year mortgage? I can't even get a quote for that online here. I've got a 10-year mortgage, and people were looking at me funny as I was getting quotes. They're like, 10-year? I'm like, yeah, 10-year. Like, okay. I'm like, you don't see that very often? But yeah, see, it's got a 10-year here. Yeah, but see, you're paying points. I don't want to pay points. A 2-year. How can you buy a house at a 2-year fix? Just fucking save and pay cash. Like, what's the house payment? That's insane. Unless you guys just make a crap ton of money up there, and you're hiding it from us Americans. Is that what's going on here? Is that what's happening? Ellie, we're going to have to... What amortization is longer? What do you mean two? Well, then what's... Oh, you mean they're adjustable rate mortgages. Oh, really? They're adjustable rate mortgages? That's crazy. Although, you know, Ellie, if we do move to Canada, Trump's gonna become Prime Minister of Canada next. And then we're going to have to try to illegally immigrate back into the U.S., get caught by Border Patrol, spend the rest of our lives in jail. Because you know Joe Biden isn't doing anything to reform the prison system, so we're going to be stuck there. Although we're white, so maybe it'll be okay. We never know. If you're white, it's all right. I just made that up. Yeah, see, I don't want to pay points. This one's not bad. MidFirst Bank. 10-year fixed. Yeah, you can pay 1.5 points. No, thank you. No, thank you. So that's a little bit lower than my rate. I got a 3% rate when I refied at the beginning of the year. But yeah, they're not really coming down. Oh, here we go. Purchase price. Let's see if a refi would be different. 1.761 points. Yeah, no thanks. If anyone doesn't know what points are, let me know. Some big ass closing costs. Yeah, my guy did me a solid, man. Looking at these numbers. Anyway, so mortgage rate, rates aren't going down, which means personal loans aren't going down. Let's see that SBA small business program. So this is the program a lot of companies are going to try to use. I was listening to Dave Ramsey yesterday, and they were talking about the programs and the loan forgiveness. He says there's so many loopholes in that forgiveness clause that it's crazy. So you can't necessarily plan on that loan being forgiven. So if you guys run small businesses and are thinking of taking advantage of this program, I would definitely do your research and understand that it could just be a loan and see if you can pay it back. 1% is pretty dope, though. No collateral, 2-year term with no prepayment penalties. Payments can be deferred for the first 6 months and up to 12 months for some qualifying borrowers. Good terms if you're looking to borrow money regardless, but if you're not, it could be interesting. Mortgage interest, rent, and utilities payments over the 8 week after getting the loan. Yeah, it says right there, mortgage interest and rent, which makes no sense because if you have rent, you're not paying mortgage interest. If you have mortgage interest, you're not paying rent. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure those two things don't work. At least not together. Not more than 25% of the forgiven amount may be for non-payroll costs. You will also owe money if you do not maintain your staff and payroll. Yeah, you could sell it as toilet paper. Actually, thinking about it, you could probably just go to the bank and get a few $100 bills. And they're made of cotton. They're made to be washed. You could probably just use it as a reusable toilet paper. Sold. Done. Yeah, just wash it in your bidet. That's awesome. How to use a bidet. So you install the bidet. All right, get your dollar, wipe your butt, and then clean it in your bidet. You're like, what? Wait a minute. Something's not right here. Yeah, so just make sure that you qualify for this if you're going to do this. Don't go into any kind of a debt lackadaisical. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Let's see if the stock market did anything. What are we talking about again? What are we here for? We're here to watch Ruby climb trees. Oh yeah, I still got my webcam up. I forgot about that. Real MacGyver. Some days. Do you like my treehouse? My treehouse is kind of MacGyver-y. All right, Zoom's come up a little bit, 8%. Qs are loosely holding their own, but as of yesterday, things fell apart kind of later in the day. We'll see, kind of midday. We'll see how that goes. Planet Fitness, Win, LVS. MGM, that's the one that the gentleman, one of the executives, bought a bunch of stock. Hanging bench on my porch? Be like a real American? Are those in San Francisco, you son of a bitch? No, I don't think. I do have swings on my porch, though. Let me see if you can see that. Yeah, see the swing on my porch right here? I have swings on the porch for the kids. So I kind of have that. Every movie has one. That's horrible, getting rid of that. Oh no, I deleted the wrong one. I should probably be going anyway. I wonder if let's see how many people I've scared away on the stream here. Oh, 10 people. Oh, you guys are gluttons for punishment. I should talk about garbage more often. Yeah, I should talk about mortgage interest rates. What else do we talk about? That's how I'm going to get famous. Boeing. Delta Airlines. Let's look at Delta. Oh, wow. I don't know about that. You're tempted to buy Delta? If you buy Delta, small position size and be ready for lots of volatility. That chart isn't looking super hot. Even United Airlines is looking a little bit better. Volume aggregation tool has a little bit more selling on Delta. But on the United Airlines side, there's less buying than on Delta. So definitely is tale of two cities right there. Look at yesterday. United Airlines was up yesterday only because I'm pretty sure this one closed lower than it opened. Yes. So this is the close, this is the open. So it still had a big day. But it didn't cut into the red. I don't know. I think Delta Airlines would be the laggard. That being said, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Ow, just rolled over my foot. That's not good. Don't roll over your feet with a chair, ladies and gentlemen. I do not recommend it. Should put that on my website. Things I recommend and don't recommend. I don't recommend rolling your foot over with a chair. You feel, Rob? Okay, who's slapping Rob upside the head right now? He used the word feel. In my chat room. In my chat room, Rob. You don't feel anything. You are a trading machine. There's no feelings in here. I didn't even feel rolling over my own foot just now. There's no feeling involved. That was just a general observation. Warren Buffett sold all his stock. Just generally. I know that's not what you meant, Aram, but that's how I took it, and that is hilarious. Oh my gosh, imagine what the market would do if Warren Buffett said, you know what, guys? Screw this. I'm out. You guys are nuts, and I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm in a weird place. I'm having lots of fun today. Lots of fun today at Real Stocks. Hey, what was my tagline I changed it to? I already forgot. What was it? Learn about my cats. See, that's why you guys are here. You just want to learn about my cats. It's exactly what it is. You're like, I just want to learn about cats. This is fun. Well, cats is a big keyword on YouTube, so that was probably a good move on my part. Real-marketing genius. I start a new America with that cash? Probably. I would move there. I'll go do a Warren Buffett. Well, actually, I don't know. I know he can buy companies. I don't know what else he can do. Can't do much, actually. The dude's, he's kind of like a savant, where he sucks at everything. Although, in all reality, Warren Buffett ended up with 2 chicks. Like, in what? Oh, there's Ruby across the street. Probably can't see because the white balance is jacked, but Ruby's hunting across the street. Oh, do you see it? No, you don't because I turned off the camera. Oh, it's up the neighbor's tree. Yep, it's gone. Ruby's gone. Up the neighbor's tree. The birds are flying away. Yep. Sorry, Ruby. I looked at SQ for a second. Yeah. Oh, sorry, my streamers. I keep forgetting you guys can see my whole screen again. Oh yeah, looking pretty good right there. Bouncing back. This does look good. I actually do like this setup. This one's not too bad. Look at yesterday's volume. Definitely less than the previous. Less than the previous days on our good volume day. LTC looks like double bottom. LTC's been lagging a little bit. What chart are you looking at? What time frame? We came back really nicely late yesterday. It looks like we've given most of that up since the open. Bitcoin Cash was doing really good. Beautiful, beautiful move today. It's been an interesting... What? LTC. That's not Lockheed Martin. What the hell is that? Now you're just playing with my emotions. LTC Properties. Oh, yeah, that was not bad. High or low? Okay. 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 I'm not too mad at that one. Yeah. All right, let's talk about something we all want to talk about. Warren Buffett and his 2 wives. How is it that Warren Buffett ends up with like the 3rd richest man and gets 2 wives out of the whole thing? First wife's like, yeah, go ahead, take my husband. It's cool. We'll just share him. He can live with you, then he can come back and live with me. That's cool. And everyone's okay with that. Everyone's okay with that. No one complains about Warren Buffett and his living situation. Although I think his first wife passed away, unfortunately. Nah, they're super cool ladies. That's how cool his first wife was. First wife's like, yeah, I understand. I get it. Very progressive of her. Why isn't, yeah, speaking of progressive, why isn't that part, oh, there's a dog across the street now that, okay, saw Ruby for a second, then his owner yanked him away. I still haven't seen Ruby down from the tree. She's a tiger, man. I'm telling you. Hexo. Why am I on Hexo? Pay's up 15%. But not non-stop today, guys. Winnebago. Ooh, Winnebago's coming out of lows, everyone. Psh, nah. No, dude, my wife's super cool. I say all kinds of dumb stuff, and she just laughs at me because she knows I just say stupid stuff a lot. So she just laughs at me. Actually, the other day, yesterday, I think, she said something, and I said, yeah, well, you wouldn't let me have those 3 wives I wanted, so, you know, she was cool with it. She don't care. She knows I'm a weirdo. You guys are here to learn about my cats. You're no different. Winnebago right there, not actually too bad. That's a nice little cut basis. I mean, it's nothing major. There's a minor breakout happening now. I don't think our volume is going to be that tremendous today. We'll see what happens, but this one's not looking too bad. On the weekly chart, I mean, we're well off the lows here. We got all the way down to 17, and we're up 50. Or yeah, we're double from there at this stage of the game. I don't know. So you can get a hold of Ted, see what he knows about Winnebago. Actually, this is higher than when Ted was talking about it. Ted was talking about it down here, actually, in 2018, if you guys remember. And then that was one of our buy points. And this thing went on for a monster-ass run. 3 wives if I was Saudi and had money like Buffett. Ain't you Saudi? Can't you just get 3 wives anyways? That's kind of a... Is that an Arabic thing? Oh, but you probably have to have the money to support them, huh? Yeah. You probably don't have to have like Buffett-like money, but I don't want 3 wives. That's too much work. Not American wives, at least. Unless they all worked and made like $100K a year, that'd be awesome. I want 3 wives, each make 6 figures, and that's about it. Hey, what's up, Christina? What's up? Twitter trying to make a comeback. Actually, not looking bad down here. What I was looking at was this elevation of volume. We talked about this actually the other day in a couple of names. Why is everything held for review? I don't understand my chat settings. Yeah, that's actually not bad. The volume. Yeah, not too bad on Twitter. Oh, look at this trend line I have from a way long time ago. Amazon Head and Shoulders. Ooh. It wasn't super apparent to me. I'm going with no. What should be your right shoulder's way lower. And it's way out of proportion, so I'm just going to say no on that one. It's a time frame that I'm not looking at, but I've got every time frame up on my charts. That's the beautifulness of this setup. Oh, an update, ladies and gentlemen. 43-inch monitors are awesome. Absolutely awesome. And this is a 1080p screen. Maybe no difference to you, but basically it's like having. Do I have a tape measure? Hold on, I'm gonna grab a tape measure. All right. Rob, you'll never buy Amazon at 1400 because it's not getting to 1400. We just had a move and it didn't get to 1400, so that's never going to happen. So my chart, each one of these charts is a 14-inch chart right now. My last monitor was a 22-inch monitor. So even with my chat on the side, I have 4 14-inch monitors showing me charts. That is the coolest thing. That is absolutely awesome. So go get yourself a 43-inch monitor. I could probably put like an 8 grid up here, or a 4x4 grid. And this is basically what I was looking at before. So, pretty cool. There's a chance you'll never see Amazon below 2,000. If the corona pandemic isn't going to take Amazon past 1,600, I don't think anything's going to, in reality. Didn't pull back enough to buy, but you're buying Hexo. You're good. Rob's like, yeah. Amazon, 20% discount? No. Hexo, down 117%? I'll take it. I'll absolutely buy it. Rob's got standards, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, buy yourself some Enron stock. That's bound to come back someday. So Rob says don't buy Amazon, but he's buying Hexo, LK. When this, that's true, Professor. Oh shoot, you're right. Sorry, Rob. Just step back from the ledge. Step back. CHK. It may have had an update today. I don't know if you can buy that. Yeah, it's actually been flat for a few days, so you got to wait for a good 30% down day before you can buy. Yeah, it's way too flat for you. It's got to... See, you should have bought right there. Right there when it was at 31. That's a good buy point for you. Could be, man. I mean, look, if... You will become good at whatever you practice, right? Whatever you actually... If you want to find those low stocks like that, and if you can find a way into those in a profitable way, I think that's awesome. You know, I'm not mad at it anyway that someone can take an advantage and have an edge in the market. I'm not mad at that at all. But I think you've got to study it. You got to do your homework. You got to know what you're getting yourself into, all that stuff. But yeah, but Zoom's not bad. I'm not really mad at Zoom right down here. Really not. Pretty decent day today so far. Look at our volume. Our volume already is basically 2/3 of average, and we're only an hour into the session, hour in the quarter. Zoom's not a bad buy down here. They finally got a discount back to lows over here. We had a nice 40% move. Yeah, so about 30% back to the highs from right now, and we're up 7.8%. So that's not bad. Now, looks like the high from 2 days ago, we're still a little bit below that at 125. But yeah, I'm really not mad at Zoom. Look at the open 2 days ago here on the 5-minute chart. Quite a bit of support right there. And then we had a higher low right there. We sold off at the beginning of the day and came right back. Yesterday was, that was yesterday. Okay. Yeah, so it came up and then sold off. Look at the low volume on the sell-off right here. Low volume, low volume, low volume, low volume, low volume, low volume. Boom, boom. So they're picking up some shares. You could probably add a couple here too. I don't know if you want to go full position here. But yeah, right. And then, yeah, right off that 50, that's right where it bounced. Right off the 50. Right off of that 50 days. So that's not too bad. Hard to say. Buy it when other companies are still lower. V. What do you mean? You mean Amazon? Is that what you're referring to there, Rob? Well, I think one thing that's important to do. Hold on a second. I gotta adjust my setup. Oh, hard to buy Zoom when other good companies are still more beaten down. Okay. Well, better value. Well, see, Zoom has more volatility right now, so it's more likely to potentially bounce back up. Where I don't think Visa is going to go right back to all-time highs. Um, yeah, actually, it's looking really good. Look at the volume on Visa yesterday. Lower volume. See all these mega cap stocks, all these high cap stocks. The market had a distribution day, but some of these leaders did not have a distribution day yesterday. That's actually, I think, fairly key to maybe this market sustaining its run. Restoration Hardware just came across my screen on the left there on our actionable list. We talked about that the past couple days, and that still looks like it's working down here. Top for the shorter term, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, Boeing not looking. Boeing's got a couple of problems and the coronavirus to deal with, so I think there's definitely a bit of work for Boeing to do. Again, if you want Boeing, I think you're looking at longer term holds. It's under 160. I think that's fairly dangerous. It actually found resistance at 160, which on the weekly chart takes us all the way back to this trend line. And horizontal doesn't work in the same way there. So that's 160 all the way back down to 2015, 2016, even back down to 2014 and 2013. So the last large base for this stock, we've come all the way. I mean, longer term, it's going to be fine. Boeing's not going under, but you have to hold through a bunch of volatility. AYX. This is one we were looking at. Yeah, inverted head and shoulders hit our target. Yeah, right, Rob? We always wish that. Always wish we had more. You're always in too heavy when it's going wrong, and you're never in enough when it's going right. That's why it's important to have a system so you can pull triggers effectively and manage position size appropriately. That's what my trade triggers application is for, if I ever fucking touch that again. Supposed to have a meeting today. We'll see how it goes. All right, guys, I think I'm going to bounce. I mean, the market so far appears stable, but it appeared stable yesterday. And we see how that went. So I will say, though, the good news is that a lot of our large cap stocks did not have distribution days yesterday. And so that's good. Yeah, so that's good. That's not bad. I should have cashed out my 401k at the peak and then put it all on the bottom when I bought everything else. You don't mean actual cash out, right? You're just saying selling out the holdings and keep it in your 401k. I'm assuming that's what you're saying. You don't ever want to truly cash out a 401k. But I mean, yeah, when we go into marketing correction, would have made more than the fees. Yeah, it's still not a good practice to cash out a 401k. Well, you can do, I believe you can do a Roth conversion, but only with like, I talked to a tax guy. I'm not sure about the full. I haven't actually done that. I've always deposited straight into my Roth. I've never actually done a conversion. But you could do a conversion, and I would see if you can avoid penalties. I don't know if you're still limited to $5,000 a year to moving it in your Roth, or if, let's say you got a $25,000 401k. I don't know if you can move all $25,000 over and pay the taxes on that. So I don't know how that works mechanically from an accounting standpoint. You have to ask someone about that, but yeah, I mean, we're still in kind of depressed times. It's a good time to put cash to work in the market right now. So on my Facebook about a month ago, I said, hey, everyone, up your investing for the next 6 months. That was my note on Facebook, and I think I mentioned that to you guys, too, the next day. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Take a break before the power hour, crypto power hour. So, yeah, there you go. Got introduced to Ruby a little bit. And what else do we do today? Yeah, Rob, there's no use in being in there if they're not contributing. Just do it on your own, because they have control over your money. Believe it or not, they actually own they're the owner of the account, but they're like a custodian for you, so it's kind of weird. Yeah, try to get that money out of there, and that way you can invest it in TQQQ, and you can just make tons of money. Well, we're here today, my friend. We're here today. You can't cry over spilled milk, water under the bridge. I don't know any other analogies to that. I will say this. You start trading long enough and you lose money and you make money and you lose money and you make money, and you look back and you realize, I don't remember any times I lost money. I don't remember any times I made money. You can remember a couple, but generally not going to remember every trade. It's just about the next trade. So live and learn, go from where you are today and go forward. That's really the best thing you can do, is not have any kind of bias. You'll end up revenge trading. Like, say you take that 68K and you end up in there, and let's say you try your hand at options, and all of a sudden you're left with like 40K. You're like, crap. And you're going to try to revenge trade that and try to make over 50% back. It's not going to happen. So, yeah, live and learn, move on. That's the best thing you can do. And just bide your time, Bide your time. TQQQ, we have distribution days, we have follow-through days, and there you go. There you go. Yeah, so call your provider, Rob. They'll be able to walk you through that, just whoever your company is. Or even if you have an HR person. If it's a small company, don't talk to your boss about it. He may feel butthurt. Just call the company directly. And then, yeah. Anyway. All right, guys, I'm going to bounce. Have a good day. Let's see if the market holds up or not. Didn't yesterday. Nice and sideways would be good today, but we'll see how it goes. All right, everyone, have a good day. Stay safe out there. And bye.